What's going on, YouTube? R to the double E dash and the Z-O-N coming at you once again. It's the reason doing what I do, man. Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I'm gonna try to bring myself down a little bit, bro. I'm hyped right now, bro. I'm hyped as fuck, bro. I just got back from the theater, bro. I'll tell you like this, bro. Believe the hype. Believe the goddamn hype. Mortal Kombat 2 fucking slaps, bro. Holy shit, bro. They went in on this motherfucker, bro. They knocked it out the park with absolutely everything, bro. Everything. The presentation, the fights, the action, the story. Bro. Coming from somebody who I really enjoyed Mortal Kombat 2021, the first one. I know a lot of fans had problems. Cole Young, made up character that was never in the lore, all this and that, whatever. You ain't never gonna have me say nothing about a movie and where Sub-Zero just looks like the absolute menace that he is. Like, Sub-Zero was Freddy Krueger in fucking Mortal Kombat 1. It was awesome. But there were certain things about that movie, the arcanas and things like that took away from the essence of Mortal Kombat and tried to their credit, even though I didn't think it worked all that well, they tried to kind of explain Mortal Kombat. And it's like, yo, when are you gonna realize you don't gotta explain shit, bro? We're here for this, bro. We know what it is. We play the games. You don't need to explain nothing. You don't need to try to make it real life. No. Just give us the fucking game in movie form. And hot damn, that's what they did in this movie, bro. Shit. Oh my goodness. Yo, it was so fire, bro. It was so fucking peak cinema, bro. It's got me straight up installing Mortal Kombat 1 right now on my Xbox. I'm dying to play the game, bro. Just because that's how. That's how good the movie was, bro. Let me just say right off the bat, bro. There are a couple of deaths, and I guess I'm gonna say it right now. If I didn't say it before, this is gonna be a spoiler discussion, spoiler review. So if you haven't watched the movie, bro, and I had a couple of things spoiled for me going into this movie because I had the fact that like I said in my videos, I had to wait a week instead of watching an opening day. I had a couple things spoiled for me. So I don't want to be that guy to some of y'all out there who haven't watched the movie. So if you have not watched the movie, I'm telling you right now, this is a spoiler discussion, a spoiler review, right? So after this disclaimer, I'm going right into spoilers, right? So I'm going to give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Spoilers. All right, so there's a couple deaths in this movie. They hit me, bro. I was like, shit. And, it's Mortal Kombat, bro. You know that motherfuckers is coming back. Like, it is what it is. One change I would make to this movie, and just the franchise in general, as far as the movies go, like 2021 Mortal Kombat and then this one, is... All right, so I liked Kung Lao's death in the first one. Kung Lao was an amazing character. I hated to see him die, but I loved how epic it was and the gravitas that it gave the movie, and the stakes. Like, oh shit, bro, we just lost Kung Lao. So, in this movie, he back as a Revenant. And he comes and he fights Liu Kang, and it's one of the most epic fight scenes in the movie. A lot of people say the best fight in the movie. I just saw it once right now, so I gotta really think. But I have a feeling I have another fight above it. But either way, it was so fucking epic. And then he dies again at the end of that fight. Liu Kang kills him. So Kung Lao has died in the last 2 movies. Because of the fact that they brought him back in this movie, and don't get me wrong, bro, I love Kung Lao. So having him back, I was like, fuck yeah, bro. And that Shaolin Monks fight with him and Liu Kang going at it to the death, nigga. This shit was so fucking hard, bro. I'm good with all that. But you minimize the impact of what Shang Tsung did in the first movie when he killed Kung Lao and took his soul. That's the other thing. That's one thing I will say. If you go back to the 90s, you go back to the original Mortal Kombat movie and Annihilation, or fucking Annihilation, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like that franchise. You go back to that movie, the original Mortal Kombat, there was a real emphasis on Shang Tsung being able to take your soul. And that being worse than death itself, because he's gonna kill you, You're gonna die in the tournament, but then he is going to consume your soul and your essence, your life, who you are, the person that you are, will be forever trapped in service to him. Worse than hell, like basically serving the enemy. There was a big emphasis on that in those movies. In this one, even when you saw him take Kung Lao's soul in Mortal Kombat 1, there's not a real emphasis on that, like about how terrifying that is. How, like, dude, he's not just dead; he is enslaved. Like, Shang Tsung owns him now. There wasn't a big enough emphasis made on that. In this new franchise, I will say that that's one thing I don't like, because Shang Tsung especially, but then also Shao Kahn. Who did Shang Tsung learn that black art from? He learned it from the Emperor himself, Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn takes souls. So, but that's just me as far as, my personal preferences. But, man, all the characters in here, okay, there's a couple deaths. Jax dies, which was like, I'm not a big Jax fan in the games or in the movies. I'm more of a fan of him in the movies than I am in the games. In the games, I'm never going to pick him to play as. I never do. But in the movies, I really liked him, and I really liked his character. And, the actor that played him did awesome in both movies. So to see him get killed was like, oh, shit. Man, y'all are making me fucking miss Jax. And I never played as Jax. I literally was like, oh, shit. When I saw him die, I was like, fuck, bro. King Jared, we knew. We if you were a Mortal Kombat fan of any kind, before you even saw this movie, you knew he was going to die, because that's the former emperor, or the former king of Edenia, and Shao Kahn kills him and takes over. Liu Kang doesn't die. Okay, let's just get that out the way. Liu Kang does not die. Liu Kang has some amazing fucking fights in this movie, bro. Liu Kang, they cooked, bro. Ludi Lin cooked, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. You're fucking badass, bro. But there was something very interesting that happened towards the finale of the movie when he's fighting Shao Kahn. And it's funny too, because I gotta think about it, because I just got back from the theater right now. I'm trying to think back. I want to say he has 2 fights with Shao Kahn. I don't remember if it was just one fight that got broken up, with scenes, interrupting scenes, or if it was 2 separate fights. But him and Shao Kahn go at it, bro. And my boy Liu Kang, man, fuck what he says in the movie. He is the chosen one, bro. That nigga, oh my goodness. Bro, he went at Shao Kahn, bro. Like, bro, they went, bro, blow for blow. Vicious, brutal fight. And then, at the end of the fight, bro, there's a scene where, like, bro, he is just roasting fucking Shao Kahn. Like, whooping his ass all over the place. And then, bro, because Shao Kahn's such a fucking beast in this movie. And that's another thing I want to say, bro, real quick. Shout out to Martin Ford, the actor who portrays Shao Kahn. He made this nigga a problem. He was menacing, scared the shit out of me. Bro, I'm a villain, dude, bro. I like the villains, bro. And I was just feeling the vibe the whole movie, bro. Big, imposing. This motherfucker in real life is like 7'4", and a bodybuilder. He's fucking massive, bro. And this nigga, bro. One thing I love is that, you look at Shao Kahn in the games, he's a menace, bro. He's intimidating, but the voice is very loud and very, just like, nah, bro, this nigga did the voice, bro. He put his own spin on it, where it was commanding, it was menacing, it was ominous, it was scary, but it was quiet. He very rarely yelled, aside from finish him or some shit like that. He literally, bro, when he saw Cole Young, when the Cole Young fight happens with him and Shao Kahn, which we'll get into, he literally just looks at him, he's like, and you could just hear the voice, and he's like, they tell me you carry the blood of Scorpion. I look forward to spilling it. Just quiet, bro. I was just like, oh, this nigga. Bro, it was so good. Bro. All right, so, yeah. Shout out to him. Awesome, bro. Love Shao Kahn's aura this entire fucking movie. Best portrayal I have ever seen of that motherfucker, whether it's the games or the movies. Martin Ford. So Liu Kang and him are getting it in. And they're going to the wire, bro. Like, Liu Kang is fucking busting his ass. And then Shao Kahn has a move where he basically Liu Kang's arms are here, and he fucking boom, he explodes them, so he goes like that, and then he stabs Liu Kang right with the backside of the hammer, and it goes through him, and he impales him. And I said, what the fuck? Bro, Liu Kang didn't waste a fucking second, bro. He wasn't in pain at all. That shit hit him, and he just literally looked up, and his eyes were on fire. And he just looked at him, and he said, I finally understand. Lord Raiden told me I'm not the chosen one. Which I have that's the only thing that I have a problem with in this movie. They did everything so great. So if they're going in their own direction with this, I'm cool with it because they executed it so well. But Liu Kang is the chosen one, nigga. I was so mad at that. But he was like, I'm not the chosen one. Your death belongs to another. My job is to bring Kung Lao back. And then he turns into flames and fucking disappears. And we don't see him again. And I'm like, what the fuck? What are they? Where are we going with this, bro? I'm losing my mind, bro. I'm like, oh shit. So this is setting up for Katana versus Shao Kahn, which is fucking perfect. This is Mortal Kombat 11, nigga. Katana Khan is coming, bro. She's such a bad bitch. She's so gorgeous, bro. I forget the actress's name, but she is such a bad bitch, bro. Asian beauty and just fucking plays Katana like a fucking savage, bro. Bro, all right, so we got some other deaths. You know, Jax died. Liu Kang doesn't die, but they're cooking up something with Liu Kang. I don't know if this is gonna go into the Fire God Liu Kang thing or what, but we'll see. Cole Young dies. Now, we all kind of knew this was coming, but let me be real, bro. Cole Young in this movie, bro. I know I'm not the only one. So many fans hated him. He was the number one hated thing of the first movie in 2021. And I never really understood that. I mean, I understood it, but I never really vibed with it because I'm like, yeah, bro, he's an unnecessary character. He never existed. Why are we making up a character to take up screen time from all the legendary characters that we want to see? I get that. But for the role they gave him, he played it well. And he was an engaging character. I never had a real big problem with him in the first movie. Other than, nigga, you're not real. That's it. That's really what it is. But I was cool with him, right? And then in this movie, he was much more mature, much more grounded, less screen time. And when he died, it actually hit me. I was like, fuck, bro. Because as soon as it happened, the first thing I thought about was his daughter and his wife. And I was like, fuck, bro. And how brutal it was, bro. He went out like a G. I mean, bro, the fight with him and Shao Kahn in the Deadpool, nigga, was fucking phenomenal. Fucking epic, beautifully shot. The cinematography was just chef's motherfucking kiss. Bro, it was crazy. And he was whooping Shao Kahn's ass. He would have won. Bro, if Shao Kahn didn't have Shinnok's amulet, which is a little kind of twist on the story that they did for this movie, that I'm not going to say I don't like, and I'm not going to say I like it. I'm kind of indifferent, but I'm just like, sometimes I wish that these video game adaptation movies would just literally do the game. Don't add or take away anything. Just do the game. They added this so when Cole fucking slits Shao Kahn's throat, bro, in mid-combat, like he was fucking him up, and he got him. Shao Kahn just turned around and the shit just disappeared. And he laughed. But it was awesome because it was that iconic Shao Kahn laugh. Like, right there. And I was like, oh, shit. And Cole was like, what? And then he just fucking body slammed Cole. Took the hammer, and before Cole could react, hammer to the fucking head. And the head explodes. And you just see his hands like trying to like stop it, and then his hands just fall. And then, as if that wasn't enough, this nigga uses his fucking hammer like a broom and just pushes the headless body into the fucking acid. And says, give my regards to the dead. I was like, oh, so cool, nigga. Yo, this shit was so hard. Yeah. So, yeah, that hit me. I mean, I didn't think it would. I didn't think I would care so much about Cole Young, bro. But, like, bro, look, bro. The reality is, and I've heard a lot of people say this in other videos leading up to this movie, if they would just make this nigga a DLC character in one of these games, then y'all wouldn't have a problem with him. That's the honest truth. You know what I'm saying? So, I never really had a problem with him. I saw why fans didn't really like him and wanted him gone, but he blossomed from the first movie to the second, and becoming a character you root for and a character that you're cool with, and then to see him just wiped out like that was just like fuck, bro. Like that hit me. So you got Jax dead, you got Liu Kang, his situation, and then you got fucking Cole Young just massacred, bro. Who else? I'm trying to think. Jade doesn't die. Katana doesn't die. Johnny Cage obviously doesn't die. Kano comes back. Kano was fucking hilarious. Again, he stole the show, bro. Like the same way he did in the first movie. His comedic timing and the comments and shit that he made was awesome. Quan Chi, bro. Let me say this about Quan Chi. I love the character of Quan Chi, and I thought he looked awesome in this movie. I thought his depiction, his portrayal, his look was on point, fire. But they didn't do much with him, bro. Like he had very little screen time. Even in when you saw Kung Lao come back to fight Liu Kang in that portal stage, which was one of the best fights in the fucking movie, and it was just so good. You didn't see Quan Chi resurrected. You didn't see any of that. So like, I mean, you know he's the one that did it, but you don't see any of it. So it's just like it's in the background. You know what I'm saying? The only person you see him resurrect is Kano, and they gave some real bullshit explanation as why didn't Kano come back as a revenant? Oh, well, because he had barely any soul to corrupt. He was that bad of a guy. Like that's a stupid fucking whatever. So Kano comes back just as Kano, but Kung Lao comes back as a revenant, and then of course Bihan, and that shit was hard, bro. And so when Shao Kahn literally told Quan Chi, he was like, basically, I need the big guns. Bring me the one they call Sub-Zero. Bihan. Boom, man, fucking Quan Chi does this shit. But they really didn't do much with Quan Chi, much to my dismay. Also with Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung and Quan Chi are very minor players in this movie. Don't get me wrong. The movie does not suffer for it. This movie slaps. They did so good. But I'm just talking about my perspective as I was going into this movie, what I wanted to see versus what I saw. Now, what I saw was a lot of what I wanted to see. But there were a couple things that I saw that I was like, I could have done without that. Or I wish you would have elaborated more on that and gone more into detail on that. Quan Chi's one of them. Shang Tsung also. The fights, bro. Oh my god. I mean, I for those of you who follow me on Instagram and Facebook, I posted it, bro. I posted the picture of the popcorn bucket that I bought, and I literally just said, "What is this?" I'll show you right now. Hold on, real quick. There, it's probably too bright. You can't really tell, but that's the popcorn bucket. And the caption says, "They went so hard in this one. Street Fighter, I wish you luck." Cause straight up, bro, you ain't fucking with this, bro. Hey, I can tell you right now, from what I've seen, the footage I've seen in the trailer I've seen in Street Fighter, it looks corny, but a good corny. Like they're sticking straight to the game, so that's awesome. Gamers won't be there day one. Street Fighter gonna do well, but you can't fuck with Mortal Kombat. This Street Fighter that I'm seeing come out looks good. It can't fuck with the 2021 Mortal Kombat, let alone Mortal Kombat 2. It's over. It's over with, bro. And where they're going for Mortal Kombat 3, oh my god, Shinnok is coming, bro. The fights, epic. The choreography, amazing. The moves, they went ham, nigga. They went ham with incorporating the special moves from the game, just like in natural ways in the fight scenes. Like Liu Kang was busting out that fucking fireball, and they even did the knee up and all that shit. Like in the first game, oh, that shit was so hard. Jax did the fucking ground pound. Katana, bro, with the fans, nigga. Bro, Johnny Cage with the shadow kick to shatter the amulet, nigga. But yeah, that's one thing I didn't like. I didn't like how. Like I said, when you give us these movies, video game adaptations, just do the fucking game. Don't add or take away anything. And they added this little fucking trinket in the story that really changed everything. Where Shao Kahn has gotten possession of Shinnok's amulet. That never happened. That never happened in the games. In Mortal Kombat 2, Shao Kahn was just Shao Kahn. And it was Mortal Kombat Tournament. That was it. But because in this movie he has possession of the amulet, he's fucking immortal. So that's why Cole would have killed him. When Cole slit his throat, that was a wrap. But the shit closed up because he had the amulet. And that's why Cole Young is dead. And that's why, bro, Cole Young was one. Liu Kang was another. There were a couple different characters that fought Shao Kahn. Like, that's why Shao Kahn was a bad motherfucker in this movie. He wasn't sitting on his throne telling his minions to get him. That nigga was getting his hands dirty, bro. He like, who won it? Let's go. Bro, from the get-go, from the beginning of the tournament, that nigga was like, who won it, bro? Like, I'm ready to go. I want Earth, nigga. Like, dude, it was bad. But there was a couple characters that had him dead to rights, like killed. And because of the amulet, he didn't die. And I was just like, you don't need that, bro. Like, you don't need that little pivot in the story. That was stupid. You know, I'm gonna be real, bro. I love this movie. I don't have anything really wrong with it. But that's something that I could have just done completely without, bro. Because he was menacing and intimidating enough on his own. He didn't need a buff, bro. What else we got? I'm trying to think of dude. Fatality moments. There were a few in this movie. Really well done. They did not. Like the first movie in 2021, kind of like how could I say it? Like kind of like showcased fatality moments. Like, hey, look, we got him. Like broadcasting it, you know. So like when Jax fucking claps Rico's head, or when Kung Lao, flips on the back of Natara and has her get fucking sliced in half by the hat or some shit like that. You know, the Shang Tsung Soul Steel on Kung Lao. They kind of like center stage that shit. Where here it just happened naturally in the flow of events. So it wasn't as epic, you would say. Like, oh my god! If you were a fan, like me, I was in the theater fucking, bro, I was busting nuts left and right. I was just like, holy shit! But that's me because I'm a fan. If you were watching the movie, it was just like a fatality came out of nowhere, and you were just like, oh shit! Done. In the flow of the game. You get what I'm saying? In the flow of the movie. We had the Kung Lao one, where Liu Kang allows Kung Lao to drop kick him, and when he flies back, he grabs Kung Lao's arms and fucking drops him chest first on the spinning hat that's on the floor, and it just shreds him. That shit was epic. Very sad, like the face to face between them two, because they're brothers, bro. And Liu Kang is like, yo, I'm gonna find a way to bring you back, bro. Like he's committed to that, bro. He's committed to saving Kung Lao more than he's committed to fucking saving Earth right now. The way they're portraying this particular Liu Kang in this movie. You had also the Ko Young, bro. Ko Young when he gets his head fucking smashed and then dumped the body in the acid pool. That shit was just fucking epic, bro. You had also you had the Scorpion stabbing the Shadow Clone and slicing him in half. That happened exactly as it happened in the trailer. There's no extra shit there in the movie. It's literally, it showed you exactly what it was. You also had, let me think, Katana. Oh my god, Katana! Bro, when she, okay, spoiler again. Spoiler review, spoiler discussion. Katana ends up being the one that's gonna take down Shao Kahn. I don't have a problem with this. Why don't I have a problem with this? I don't have a problem with it because it's not a case of a studio feminizing or wokeifying a movie. It actually, like in the story that they're telling, it calls for this. I don't like, I'm going to say right now, I don't like what's going on with Liu Kang. I'm going to say right now because Mortal Kombat 3 is coming and God knows what they're going to do there. And they're obviously building up to something big with Liu Kang. So I want to see what that is. But I like the traditional fucking the game story, bro. Liu Kang is the champion. Johnny Cage even introduces him as that. Johnny Cage is even telling Baraka like, hey, listen, I'm Johnny fucking Cage. And this motherfucker right here is Liu Kang, Earth's greatest champion. I know, Baraka, I'd be scared too. Like, talking shit to him. Introducing Liu Kang as that. So you know what this is. But we have never gotten to see Liu Kang be the champion. We're told about it. And I'm like, this nigga young. So if it didn't happen in the last movie and it didn't happen in this movie, when the fuck did this happen, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of shit I don't like. But I could deal with it because they're building something big. Okay, fine. Katana being the one to take down Shao Kahn was fucking masterfully done. Great writing, great story. And nigga, when she does it, bro, it's a fatality straight out of Mortal Kombat 1. It's not, how can I say it, bro? It's not It's not beat for beat the fatality in Mortal Kombat 1, but it has characteristics of it. Like, bro, she fucking stabs the fan into his head and the other one in his throat, and then she has them open and fucking spin, and it just fucking slices his entire fucking head into like 3 or 4 different pieces. And just like fucking like helicopters. That shit was hard, bro. When she did that shit, I said, woo! Bro, that shit was so fucking hard, bro. The movie is phenomenal, man. I don't know what y'all want me to say, bro. As far as story, I love the story. I love how they leaned so hard into the game and what the game is. And said, fuck this, this shit that we were kind of trying to build in Mortal Kombat 1 in the movie, in 2021. I don't have a problem with that either. I thought Mortal Kombat 2021 was great. People had problems with it, or, the tournament never happened. Yeah, because Shang Tsung was trying to sack these niggas before they ever got to the tournament. Like, what the fuck? Does that not sound like something Shang Tsung would do? This one, we got the tournament. But, people had a problem, and I did too. I also had a problem with the Hanzo Hasashi bloodline story with Cole Young. I'm like, bro, like you don't need to. First of all, you don't need to create a brand new character for this shit. We got a lot of legendary characters that we want to see get the screen time. And then secondly, you don't have to fucking tie him to one of the fucking mascots of the game with some conjured up fucking story about the bloodline. Who gives a fuck? All right? So they got rid of all that shit. They just went straight negative. This was like, for all my old heads, for all people my age or somewhere around my age, this was straight go to the arcade, put in the quarter, hit the button, gong. You hear the gong from Mortal Kombat. Pick your fighter, and that was it. We were in that shit immediately, bro. That's how this movie was, bro, from start to finish. Story was phenomenal, bro. The whole dynamic with Kitana and King Jared, her father, and her as a little girl. Nigga, I'm not gonna lie, I teared up when he died and when she had to witness that, bro, and Queen Sindel and all that shit. Bro, I was like, yo, once I teared up, I literally was like, yo, they're hitting the beats. Like, I was like, oh, this is gonna be epic. And then, bro, seeing all this time later, her being the one to take down Shao Kahn, fine with it, bro. Perfectly fine with it. You cannot convince me that Shao Kahn is, that he didn't get his time. Shao Kahn was a fucking menace in this movie. A bad motherfucker. And the definition of controlled strength. This nigga was massive. Physically imposing. 7 foot something. Bodybuilder. Fucking massive. But when he spoke, it wasn't always like, oh, no, sometimes it was quiet, bro. Like, scarily quiet. Like, dude, just controlled strength. He did a phenomenal job. Martin Ford cannot be praised enough for what he did in this role. Bro, and I'll say this. Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, I thought I was going to be in love with him as Johnny Cage. And it's not that I'm not. It's just that we kind of didn't get enough time with him, if that makes sense. Like, we got plenty of scenes, but the movie moves so fast, and there's so many jump from one scene to the other that there's not a lot of I mean, I gotta watch it again and see if I feel the same way. But his performance was phenomenal. He is Johnny Cage. Like, he fucking nailed it. No shade on the actor. He nailed it. I just don't think they gave him enough to do. I don't think they gave him enough material to, have lines and dialogue and scenes and all that. But what he did have, he fucking knocked out of the park. New Cybot, bro. New Cybot's a fucking bad motherfucker, bro. New Cybot is that nigga. In the original movie, Sub-Zero needed Cole Young and Scorpion at the same fucking time to take him out, because he's that nigga. New Cybot needed Johnny Cage, Kano, Jade, and Johnny Cage, Jade, Kano, and there was a fourth person. There was 4 fucking people fighting. Who was it? I don't know. It'll come to me. But he had 4 motherfuckers literally at the end trying to take him out because that motherfucker was so nasty. Bro, New Cyber was great. No, the movie's just phenomenal, bro. I'm really here to tell you that Mortal Kombat 2 is the greatest video game adaptation film that exists. And I mean, bro, like, thankfully, video game adaptation movies, like, going from game to film, have been getting really good as of the last 5 or 6 years. You go back to the Sonic movies, the Super Mario movies, Mortal Kombat 2021, and now this one. And Street Fighter coming right down the pipeline. And Street Fighter looks, like I said, it looks corny as shit. So it's hard for me to take it seriously. But I know if I go see that movie, I'm gonna enjoy it because it's gonna stick to the game, and that's what the fuck we want, bro. So we're in a renaissance of video game adaptation movies actually slapping dick, bro. Like look, like dropping nuts on everybody, bro. Like they're looking good, nigga. Bro, why the fuck can't we get a Resident Evil movie like this, bro? I'm telling you this, bro. A live action Zelda movie is coming out next year. Bro, y'all don't want to be around me when that shit drops. I'm gonna go crazy, bro. So yeah, right now I'm installing, reinstalling Mortal Kombat 1 because I'm about to go ham, bro. Like this movie just got the juices flowing, bro. While that's fucking installing, I might just jump on my Switch 2 and play fucking Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Cause it was so fire, bro. Like the movie was so goddamn good, bro. Every character, bro. Jade's bald ass. Jade, who has never been bald in this movie for God knows what fucking reason. Who thought that was a okay creative choice to take? She looked horrible, but even she was badass, bro. Like every character that was portrayed in this movie, like I just felt the urge, bro, to fucking boot up the game and play as these niggas, bro. Because they did such a good job, bro. And that's how you know you succeeded, bro. That's how you know you succeeded. When you make a fucking seasoned veteran like myself, a Mortal Kombat fanatic from back in the day, go watch this movie, scream like a fucking schoolgirl, and then come home and say, I want to play the game, bro, because this movie made me want to. That's how you succeed, nigga. Bro, they balled out. I thought I was going to be... I knew I was going to love the movie, but I thought I was going to be a little bit disappointed because Sub-Zero's not in it. Bihan is, Noob Saibot. But I thought because my favorite character wasn't going to be in it that I was going to be a little bit let down. They smashed, bro. They smashed, nigga. Woo! Yo, hey, go see Mortal Kombat 2 in theaters. If you got to wait for it to start streaming, fine, whatever. I don't know your situation, bro. I Lord knows I've had money situations. But see this fucking movie, one way or the other, bro. Because it's fire, bro. Fire. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. It's the R to the double. Y'all in trouble. Mortal Kombat is that business.